Fathers, how did your child change your life forever? My daughter Emma was born perfect. 10 fingers, 10 toes, a cry that could wake the dead. My wife and I counted ourselves lucky. We'd done it, created this tiny miracle. Then came the seizures at 6 months. It could be nothing, the first doctor said. Febrile seizures are common in infants. But it wasn't nothing. It was everything. I remember the neurologist's face when she showed us the MRI, the way her voice softened. There's significant abnormality in the brain structure. This explains the seizures. My wife squeezed my hand so hard I thought my bones would break. What does that mean for her future? I asked, already knowing. It's hard to predict exactly, but she will have developmental challenges. Physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech. These will all be part of Emma's life. That night, I stood over her crib watching her sleep. So peaceful, so unaware that her life would be harder than we'd planned. I can't do this, I whispered to my wife later. I'm not strong enough. She looked at me with red-rimmed eyes. Neither am I, but we will. The first 2 years were a blur of therapies, medication adjustments, and sleepless nights. I learned to function on 3 hours of sleep, learned the names of anti-seizure medications no parent should have to pronounce, learned which hospitals had the best pediatric neurologists within a 2-hour drive. My friends with typical children complained about tantrums over broken cookies. I bit my tongue, thinking about how I'd celebrated when Emma finally learned to swallow without choking. When she was 3, I took her to the park, a place we usually avoided because it highlighted everything she couldn't do. A woman with a daughter about Emma's age approached us by the swings. Her daughter ran circles around us while Emma sat in her adaptive stroller. "Is she okay?" the woman asked, her voice dripping with pity. Before I could answer, Emma let out one of her happy squeals and reached for my face. "She's perfect," I said, surprising myself with how much I meant it. That night, Emma had a massive seizure, the kind that stops your heart as a parent. In the emergency room, machines beeped around her tiny body. The doctor spoke in hushed tones about increasing medications, possible side effects. "Daddy," Emma said suddenly, reaching for me, one of her few clear words. The room stopped. The doctor paused mid-sentence. "Did she just—" my wife whispered. "Daddy," Emma repeated, more insistent this time. I leaned in close, tears streaming down my face. "Yes, baby, Daddy's here." Later, the doctor explained that sometimes stress can temporarily clear neural pathways, that it might not happen again, but it didn't matter. She had called for me. Emma is 7 now. She still has seizures, though less frequently. She uses a wheelchair and a communication device. She attends a special needs classroom where they celebrate the inch stones, not just the milestones. Last week, her teacher called me. "Emma wrote something I think you should see," she said. On a piece of paper, in wobbly letters that must have taken immense effort, Emma had written, "My dad is brave."